Now, here in Maine, local leaders are reacting to this news. Governor Janet Mills posting on X, formerly known as Twitter, saying in part, in stepping aside, the president is putting the interests of the American people first. He is demonstrating that the office of the presidency is not about a single person, but instead is the manifestation of the hopes and dreams of millions of Americans across the country. Governor Mills adds that she looks forward to working with President Biden for the remainder of his term. Maine's congressional delegation is also commenting on the president's decision. Independent Senator Angus King posting on X, comparing President Joe Biden as George Washington, who served 2 terms before stepping down. He says Biden recognizes that the presidency is not about one person or one party. It's about the American people. King goes on to say Mr. Biden's decision to step aside will cement his legacy and is the ultimate act of patriotism. In a statement to News Center Maine, Republican Senator Susan Collins is saying, quote, "I recognize that this must have been a difficult decision for President Biden, and I appreciate his service to our country." Democratic Congresswoman Shelley Pingree is also speaking out. She says President Biden has met the moment and made the careful decision to withdraw from the 2024 race, putting what's best for the American people and our country first and passing the torch to the next generation of leaders. She continues on by saying, quote, "Our goal remains the same. Ensure Donald Trump does not end up back in the White House. The stakes could not be greater." We are also hearing from Dr. Ron Schmidt. He's the chair of the Political Science Department at the University of Southern Maine. He spoke with me about the last time a president chose not to seek re-election and how Republicans may be preparing to take on a new challenger.
Well, of course, this is huge. It's not unprecedented, but it's been a long time. The last time anything like this happened was in 1968. When LBJ, President Johnson, announced that he was not going to run for re-election. The result was a convention that descended into utter chaos. The Dixiecrat faction fighting other factions of the party, the police department of a city with a Democratic mayor beating up anti-war protesters in front of the convention hotel. The party basically exploded on live television. And the system of primaries that we have now was really put in place to try to avoid that ever happening again, to make sure that, you know, the rank and file voters felt invested in who won. So this is an enormous risk. It's very much keeping this election very interesting. The Trump team, I'm sure, has already prepared a line of attack against the vice president should she become the head of the ticket. It's going to demand a lot of message control over the former president. We'll get a chance, I think, pretty soon to see what that's going to look like.